Okay, everybody. I'm hoping you can hear me. I know you can't see me, and I know it is very, very disappointing. But I'm having a little camera technical difficulty. So basically, the battery died, and I didn't know it until, like right now. So I have to let it catch up enough to even start. So I use a phone, an old Apple phone for my camera, and apparently after I made my video, if you haven't seen it, go to my odds and ends section and watch my video on my breakfast pocket that I put up the other day, yesterday. Anyways, apparently I left it on, and now it is so dead. I've got it plugged into the USB here on the computer, and it's just, I don't know, man. It's not working. But that's okay. Other than the fact that you can't see me, we can still do the show. Because some of this, well, a lot of it, to be honest, is going to be information off the internet. So, one other thing, let's see. I was hoping, let me get my, let me get my phone up. Not now, dismiss that. If Clell joins us, he might want to jump in on this. So let me see if I can get this up and running. And maybe. We're taking calls. Do not disturb is off. So we are taking calls. I hope to hear it ring if it rings. Alright, so no picture. Looks like sound. If the icon on the screen is any indication for me, then it's pulsing as I talk. So I'm hoping this is working. So let me jump right into this. Cryotherapy versus ice bath. Okay? So, cryotherapy means something different, I think, now than what it used to. So when I first started doing research for the show, you look up cryotherapy, and it talked about freezing off warts and different things like that. So maybe it's different wording, different spelling, different application. I'm sure it's a different. I know it's a different application, but it may be the same. Maybe they've just broadened cryotherapy to include what people are doing now in these cold saunas. I'm going to call it a cold sauna. I'll explain to you in a minute why. But cryotherapy, when I first started looking at it, was, freeze a wart off, freeze some kind of skin, I don't know, wart, anomaly, whatever, off your skin. So killing it, freezing it, getting rid of it. So now cryotherapy currently includes, like what I said, a cold sauna. And why do you call it a cold sauna? Because to me, it's the same thing as like a hot sauna versus a hot bath. All right. So if you've ever been in a sauna, it's just basically a very hot, dry. It's not a steam room. A very hot, dry environment. So, you get into a sauna and it's, well over 110 degrees or whatever it is in there. And every once in a while people, in a good sauna, you could throw water on the hot stones and it makes steam, which adds a little bit of moisture to the air. But the heat is not actually well, it's the heat's touching your body through the air. And a hot bath, you know, the water is touching your skin. And as I understand it, in my mind, water is a better conductor of temperature, whether it's hot or cold, than say air is. So direct contact with cold air is not the same thing as direct contact with cold water, and vice versa. You know, direct contact with hot air is not the same as direct contact with hot water. So that to me is why I would call it a cold sauna, because as I understand, the cryotherapy chambers are just that. You get in it, and the air is super chill, super cold. And some things that I read, like 220 degrees below zero. I know that sounds stupid, and it is stupid in my book, that you would subject yourself to something like that, but that's what it said. And we'll look at it here in a second. I know you're just, hey, can you hear me, Cleo? Because my camera's not working, and I think my mic is working. But can you hear me? All right. Maybe not. Let's see. Where is that? There. Oh, now he says yes. All right. So, I don't know. You missed my intro. Phone's dead. No camera. Got the mic working. Cryotherapy to me is a cold sauna. That's the way it works in my mind. Ice bath is like, relates to me as in a hot bath. So, in a regular sauna, you have hot air. Cryotherapy chamber, you have very, very cold air. Ice bath, of course, that almost speaks for itself. You put ice in a tub of water, and you sit in it just like you would a hot bubble bath. So, the benefits of either one is something I don't know if I really believe this or not. Now, some of it I do believe, other parts I don't. So let's look at what I have up on the internet. So now add that to the stream. All right. So see, it's not as important that I have my camera on now because I'm just a little icon in the side. So cryotherapy versus the ice bath. Cleo, if you want to call in, just let me know. I've got my phone up and running, but I'll have, like many other times, I will have to actually maybe swap over to it to get it to work. I don't know. Because it just seems like if it's not in the forefront, it does not like to ring or do anything like that. So, cryotherapy versus an ice bath. What's the difference? So, according to this website, CryoAction, so the concept is enhanced recovery time for sports injuries up to 5 times as compared to traditional healing. So, I mean, I don't see how that's possible. See, now, Clell talked about Dale Earnhardt Jr. getting into a cryotherapy chamber, and it was, what'd you say, like 110 or 111 below zero or something like that. Can't remember exactly what you'd said as far as the temperature that he was working with. Where did it go? There's comments. Woo-hoo. Okay, 115 negative. All right, so that's, kind of even a little warmer than what this talks about. This talks about 220 to 280 degrees below zero. I just don't see how that's even possible. All right. Ice bath, the water, I don't see how you can put ice in a tub and only have the water at 45 to 60 degrees. I mean, I think there's some people out there, maybe on well water or something, and their dang tap water comes out colder than 60 degrees, I think. I mean, I may be stupid, but I mean, if you run well water long enough to get all the water out of the pipe, and you're pulling water straight out of the well, I mean, it's got to be colder than 60 degrees, I would think. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. But it says that that's 45 to 60 degrees. So skin temperature is kind of interesting too. See, and this is the difference, I think, to me when I was talking about direct contact with the skin, cold air versus cold water being contacted directly to the skin. So in a cryotherapy chamber, even though you're 220 to 280 degrees below zero, your skin temperature is only 32 to 35 degrees. Now that's freezing, so to me that's in frostbite range. I just don't know. To me, that's not safe, right? But compare that to an ice bath, which gets your skin temperature to 45 or 60 degrees. See, that's the same temperature. Your skin's the same temperature as the water in the tub. That's what that relates to me. So, direct contact with cold water, if you could almost sit in a block of ice, and that's what I don't understand why it says 45 degrees. If I put 20 pounds of ice in, however much water it takes to float it, because, if you're going to get into a tub full of ice, it's got to be enough liquid for you to slide in there. Okay? So, if you're in there with ice and it's directly to your skin, they say if you have an injury and a sprained ankle and you're wanting to ice that injury, they always tell you to don't put it directly on the skin. Okay? So, what's the difference between doing directly on a swollen ankle and is it getting into an ice bath where the ice and the water is contacting your skin directly? So that's one of the reasons I just don't know how good this could be. People do it all the time. Who am I to say? My doubts. I have my doubts. All right, so the cryotherapy sessions are 2 to 3 minutes. Ice bath as long as 15 to 20 minutes. I don't understand. Who out there can sit in an ice bath for 15 or 20 minutes and not slip into hypothermia? I mean, I think you hit hypothermia when your core temperature, is extremely low. And extremely low, what? 70? That's 20 degrees below your normal operating temperature. Let's see what it says. So let's swap this over. When does hypothermia set in? Hypothermia develops when the body temperature below, oh, really? 35 degrees Celsius. It should give me some freaking Fahrenheit. All right, the human body temperature is around 37 degrees Celsius. when your body drops to 32 degrees Celsius, hypothermia becomes life-threatening. Oh, let's see. Trying to read something, giving it to me, and let's see what this is. Trying to get something that gives it to me in Fahrenheit, people. Come on. Hypothermia can also occur, heart attacks. That's another thing they talked about in an ice bath is, you're getting a heart attack because of the body's lowered temperature. This is stupid. If you suspect a person has hypothermia, take the temperature. A reading of less than 95 degrees Fahrenheit means they could have hypothermia. So, if your body's temperature drops into the mid-90s, you could get hypothermia. So, get back to over here. Your skin temperature is 32 to 35. How long does it take before your core temperature drops and you could get hypothermia? Apparently, it's not within 10 to 15 minutes because these people are staying in there that long. All right? So, that's kind of the differences. All right? One of the things I found interesting was if you do cryotherapy, apparently you can jump right big. Cryotherapy session gets, where'd it go? While you can return to regular activities immediately after cryotherapy, but you should wait 12 to 24 hours after an ice bath. I don't know why that is. I don't see that. Where did it go about the heart attack? There's also a risk of hypothermia in cryotherapy. That is a risk associated with ice baths. Oh, there's no risk of hypothermia in cryotherapy. And there is a risk associated with ice baths. Ice baths can induce irregular heartbeat, which can cause a heart attack or other heart complications. So, I don't know why they say hypothermia is not a thing, with cryotherapy. Maybe if you stayed in a cryotherapy chamber for, 20 minutes, would that not, could you not get hypothermia there? It seems like you could, right? Seems like any time you could get hypothermia. Clell says Junior only did his sessions for 3 minutes. Right. See, Robert's here. I'm sorry, I didn't have my chat up. So I don't know if I understand keep swelling down faster muscle healing and things. Some of it I don't know. Some of these we'll get over here. Let's get over here to the benefits really of cryotherapy. That's what I talked about. Let's go down here. Look at this one here. So on this website, healthline.com, the benefits of cryotherapy. Literally means cold therapy is a technique where the body is exposed to extremely cold temperatures for several minutes. So Immersing the body in extremely cold air for several minutes can receive a number of health benefits. The individual will stand in an enclosed chamber or a small enclosure that surrounds their body, but it has an opening for their head at the top. Okay, so you don't get into it. I thought you got into it like a sauna where there was everything. So it's like one of those things where they could chop your head off. Just enclose your body. The enclosure will drop between 200 and 300. See, it keeps getting lower and lower and lower. They'll stay in the ultra-low temperature air for between 2 and 4 minutes. You can get benefits from just one session of cryotherapy. It's most effective when used regularly. Some athletes use cryotherapy twice a day. All right. Reduces migraine symptoms. Cooling and numbing the nerves in the neck area. Well, I don't know. I always thought to relieve headaches, you wanted your blood vessels to dilate to increase blood flow to the brain. 20 minutes, kill fella, agree, too many E's. Like a very cold air shower. Well, I find it funny that they don't, put your head in there. I didn't know that you had your head sticking out. So, numbs nerve irritation. Treat injury for years, and one reason why they call it can numb the pain. Cold actually numbs irritated nerves. But how long would that last? Seems like when you're done with your therapy, you get out within a few minutes, your nerve endings are back up to where they were. So, helps mood disorders, physiological hormone responses. Doesn't those always return back to normal though? Seems like all these things are a temporary, fix. Arthritis pain. Treat low-risk tumors. Cryosurgery works by freezing cancer cells, but that's not therapy. That's not getting into just a chamber. And see, in order to treat, like this includes prostate cancer, doesn't that mean that your body core has to get that cold? I mean, not just your skin temperature, but you're talking about things that are inside your body, and you're wanting to reduce, the effects of whatever it is. That means that your core has to get that cold. Prevent dementia and Alzheimer's disease. See, I think some of these are just pie in the sky kind of things. See, I can get into treats atopic dermatitis and other skin conditions. Yeah, I can see that. Irritation of the skin, numbness. These are side effects. Tingling, redness. I bet you are red. You get out of that thing and it's 280 degrees below zero. Do you have to stand in there? Here's another thing. Are you sitting? Are you standing? I mean, maybe we can get us a picture of a cryotherapy tank. Well, that doesn't look like it sticks your head up out there, does it? Let's see, images. Let's find us one where, well, see, now this dude's in the ice bath, man. That ain't the same thing. $65,998 for this jewel right here. Your head don't stick up out of that bad mamma jamma. This thing's 34 grand. Okay. So here's your one that looks like The Fly. Did y'all ever see the movie The Fly? The guy got into his chamber that he made, and a fly got in there with him. Okay, so let's look at this guy right here. This, I guess, is what most people, that's negative 270 degrees. All right, so Clell says you're standing in it. Okay. Hopefully they give you something, because at negative 270 degrees, whatever you're standing on would stick to your feet, would it not? I mean, if you've ever picked up a block of ice, or an ice cube with your fingers, then it would stick to you. So anything that you're standing on, surely they've got to have something that doesn't conduct the cold for you to stand on. So yeah. I wonder how much these bad mamma jammas are. And I guess, are you in there nude? Let's see, before and after cryotherapy. Let's see, apparently this just melts fat away too. Yeah, I don't know about all that. Okay. So, you're getting in there up to your neck. How are these people getting benefits on their face? Okay, let's just see. I know Robert sent me a link to one of these. Let's see. Yeah, that's what I meant. Didn't you know that? Oh my goodness. Let's get away from that. This is what you sent me. This looks like what you sent me. Let's call them and talk to them. Watch video below. I don't want to watch videos, man. Give me some hard dollar figures. Just tell me. Just tell me. Oh, look. Contact us for pricing. Come on, man. What are you, some kind of junkie? All right. Man, that stuff's still 75 grand. Full body chambers cost from 75 to 280,000. Localized start at 7,500. My goodness. Man, that's crazy. That's crazy talk. You gonna wear flip flops? Gonna have to have some pretty good flip flops. All right. So I tell you, for one thing, right now, uh, ice baths sure sound a lot cheaper than this cryotherapy stuff, man. It really does. I don't know what's with my phone. I've got it plugged in on the USB in the computer where I normally have it when I'm running the show, and it always stays charged. But it won't even charge up enough to boot right now. I mean, that's pretty crazy. I mean, and I would have thought it would have dropped off, shut itself off when it got down to a couple of percent. All right. So let's look at yeah. Well, I don't know. What did you send me, Robert? I mean, I saw it came through that you had. All right, let's look at let's see what you sent me here. How can we do this? CRYONIQ. I think these people are freezing you until you're dead. Yeah, buddy. I think these people are freezing you until you're dead. Nope, right there she is. For home, for business. Well, that's crazy. Look at that nitrogen. Oh man, that's some dangerous stuff. This is what you look like after you do like 2 treatments in the cryo chamber. Stay away from them. Ted Williams, I think, froze his head. Copy and paste it. Well, I didn't. You sent it to my cell phone as a text. So yeah, stay away from these cryo chambers. Look at that. What happens to you if you get in one of them things? All right, let's give ice baths its due here. Benefits of an ice bath. It's cheap. It's really cheap. Just right here. We may not know. All right. Ice baths can help your muscles recover after a hard workout. Most of the people that I've seen doing an ice bath or an ice plunge, as they like to call it, are these shoot CrossFit competitors. When they go through and they do all these CrossFit activities and the pull-ups, the push-ups, the lunges, the jumps, and all that stuff. After a competition of doing those things, you'll see them take a plunge in an ice bath, and it's just basically a water trough with bunches of water and bags of ice dumped into it. And I'm sure that's to help bring down their temperature, all that. It can help prevent sore muscles, help cool down your body, can help boost your mental health, improve your sleep, reduce the risk of injury, help boost your immunity. So the best time to take an ice bath is right after a workout. When your muscles are screaming to get cooled and healing can happen. Wait too long, the process has already started, so you want to jump right in right after the workout. Warns not to stay in an ice bath too long, or your potential downsides. Do not stay in more than 15 minutes due to the risk of hypothermia and frostbite. So there you go. Yep. If you notice that your skin is changing color, it is important to get out. Yep. Ice baths can help your muscles recover after a hard workout. When you're exposed to cold water, your blood vessels constrict and get smaller, and when you get out of the water, the change in temperature causes them to rapidly reopen, which can help to flush muscles, metabolic waste products. Rapid dilation of the blood vessels also delivers a much-needed oxygen and nutrients to the muscle, which in theory should help them recover after a hard workout. So, I don't know. This particular page is talking theories, potentially should help. So, some of the things that I would argue would be, how can you restrict the flow of of blood to the muscles to just try to get some benefit for a later large release of blood to the muscles? It's almost like, like a starvation diet. You starve your body and then you eat. You starve your body and then you eat. I don't see where that's really a benefit. And it said right here, in theory, should help them recover. Can prevent. Points to evidence that immersion in an ice bath after intense exercise can reduce the onset of delayed muscle soreness compared to a basic rest. This is thought to occur by decreasing inflammation. Help cool your body down. I go along with that because that's what ice does. So over time, many people will build up a tolerance for cold and will come to find it an important part of the recovery process. This resilience and adaptation have obvious applications elsewhere in experience, sports, and life, she points out. So I think to me what she's saying there is taking an ice bath teaches you how to accept pain and to deal with it. Yeah. Resilience and adaptation have obvious applications elsewhere in sports. So you get used to the pain of an ice bath. You learn how to deal with pain and push through it. Same thing with running. Running's not really a pleasant experience when you first start it, right? You know, you run half a mile and you think you're going to die. You push through it, and then the next thing you know, you're running a mile, and half a mile's easy. So it's the same kind of deal. Improve your sleep, reduce risk of injury, prepare your body for the next workout, help boost your immunity. 2006 study published in the journal found that people who take cold showers are almost 30% less likely to call in sick for work or school. Well, what the devil's that got to do with ice baths, man? The cold shower, the guy at work, Ryan was saying, that a guy he used to work with swore that taking a cold shower helped him play Call of Duty better. Yeah, maybe there's something to that. But I wouldn't bank on it, right? So let's see. I think my camera's up and running. I know you guys have just been itching to see this. So let me just see if it even works. Look at that. Focus. There it is. Get that. Get that. Uh-oh. What did I do? Did I just close it out? I hope not. Woohoo. Here we go. Alright. I don't know why it's not kicking in. Let's see. Start camera. There we go. Wow. I know you guys have been waiting for that. Alright. So both of them, to me, are similar. Really similar. To me, the cryotherapy, even though I just don't, I don't know. I guess part of the benefit is, even though it's not contacting your skin directly, the temperature is colder. So maybe, just maybe, it seeps into your bones better, you know what I mean? Yeah. Clell, the best way to deal with pain is to avoid it. Ted Williams froze his head until research is available to bring him back to life. How important is that research now? There for a long time that, cryogenic, being frozen cryogenically or whatever, was a big thing. They put you to, suspended animation, to later bring you back to life, when. Here's what I would want to do. If I had enough money to be frozen in hopes that, 50 years go by and they learn how to cure, whatever's killing me, then they could bring me back to life and cure what was killing me. and then I would already, be 50 years older. So if I had enough money to do that, and it was serious about it, would you not want to do just, hey, freeze me for 2 weeks, and then bring me back to life, and if it works, then okay, when I get to that point, we can do it for longer term, right? If they can't freeze you for 2 weeks and then bring you out of it and you still be alive, then you're an idiot for trying it, and they should be, tried for murder because they know it's not working. I mean, these people that have been frozen, have they ever tried to bring any of those people back to life, back from the frozen state? Surely there's been some breakthrough in the disease. A guy, had warts or something he thought was going to kill him, and he had enough money to be frozen. Have they tried to bring anybody back from that frozen, suspended animation state and been successful at it? If not, they ought to charge all those people with murder, because if they can't bring them back to life, they froze them to death. They killed them with this funky, stupid process that they probably knew in the first place wasn't working. And, is somebody going to flip the lights on a warehouse somewhere, and there'll be like 1,500 cryogenic chambers in there with people that just kind of shoved aside and took the money and ran? They got somebody watching over these places. If I freeze my body in cryogenic suspension, I want to make sure that you just don't, like I said, just don't hook me to a generator and a 5 gallons worth of gas and go off to Tahiti somewhere with everybody's money, including my own. But we're off on something else. Ice bath. Here's what I would, if I were going to do this, this is what I would try. And I think I first kind of heard about it through Joe Rogan. Where am I? Whoop. I would start with cold shower. Why not? I mean, it's just as simple as like, okay, I'm going to wake up in the morning, going to get my courage up, I'm going to jump in the shower, and instead of coming out with, 102-degree water for a nice warm shower, I'm going to crank it down so it's coming out to 90 degrees, which is going to feel cold. I'm here to tell you, 90-degree water is going to feel cold. And then the next morning, I know, nobody has temperature gauges on the showers, okay? So don't hold me to this. Just, don't take a hot shower. Take a cool shower. Next morning, a little cooler shower. Next morning, a little cooler shower. And do that for a week. And see if you can maintain that. See if you feel better? Are you more invigorated? Does your hair grow back fuzzier and darker? What? What are the benefits? I'm kind of didn't turn my camera on. So, look at that. Ooh. Bring it down a touch. A skosh. Bring it down a skosh. So why not start out with that? Okay? Do you think that's what Dale Jr. did? No. That's not what rich people do. Rich people see what Clell's doing. Oh, look, Clell's taking this, cryogenic chamber, and standing on his head and juggling, chainsaws with his feet when it's 280 degrees below zero. Let's try that. So, no, they just jump right in. If you've got the money to buy your own, apparently, let's just say he bought the medium of the line, and it's, $45,000 for his cryo chamber. He's just going to, He's just going to jump right in. He's not going to start out with cold showers and work his way up to a cold bath and then work his way up to putting, 5 pounds of ice in the cold bath and then 10 pounds and then 20 pounds. He's not going to work his way. He's just going to spend the money. He's going to hop in that thing for 3 minutes and get out and go, that ain't worth nothing. Or maybe he loves it. I don't know. Did it ever say what he was doing, what he liked, if he liked it or not? If he's going to keep it, maybe you can get a used cryo chamber from him. I think he'd put it up on Facebook Marketplace. And you can go to the homestead there and look at it, try it out. Say, come on, Dale. Come on, Junior. Let me just step in that thing. I promise to keep my drawers on and my flip-flops. Just let me try it out. I can get in there and try it out. Maybe. He might sell it on Facebook Marketplace. So, when I was in high school back in the day, they had a challenge. And I know they've got all these kind of challenges. But this was for Spirit Day or Spirit Week or whatever it was. It was usually at a football, before the football season, or pep rallies and all that kind of good stuff. Anything to get out of class a little bit early, I was for. But they had some of the more popular football players do a little challenge against, I think, the coaches or something. Anyway, this is when you could buy blocks of ice. Yeah, blocks of ice. It didn't come in a bag and little crunchy niblets. It came in a block. So they got blocks of ice, and it was a challenge to see who would sit on a block of ice the longest. Was the football player, the coach, whatever it was, whoever the challenge was. Same deal. Now they have those challenges where is it ice bucket challenge where they put ice water in a bucket and just you videotape yourself pouring it over your head. Hey, if it ever gets warm, maybe I'll do that. I have never done those challenges. Maybe that would be, or maybe I could just dunk my head in there. Maybe we ought to start the pepper spray challenge. Oh boy, pepper spray challenge. Get us 3 or 4 people together. We'll do it live. We'll shoot each other in the face with pepper spray. Run around, snotting everywhere, eyeballs rolling out of your head. Then dunk your head in some ice cold water. Shake it off. And maybe we could do it in slow motion where, all the snot and water just slings out everywhere. Really slow motion, we could put it out there. So, what is N9T even close to a block of ice? How did you get a 9? Are you doing that on your phone? When are you ever going to buy like a real laptop or a computer or something and watch this show in full living color? Come on, man. No, we don't want no taser challenges or shock collar challenges or any of that kind of stuff. No sirree. Don't want none of those. What are those things? Defib paddles? None of that either. That kills people. Alright. Start out with cold showers. Work your way up to a cold water bath. Work your way up to ice baths. And then try to find some place locally that does cryotherapy. I mean, I don't even know if you could get one in the Tri-Cities area that does, write a business plan, Robert, and go down to the BB&T or maybe to the Eastman Credit Union and see if they give you a business loan to start your own cryotherapy place. You could do that. Or, I'll tell you what, I'll give you $200. You buy some block of ice and 4 box fans, and we'll stick people in a telephone booth. We'll find us an old telephone booth. We'll stick people in a telephone booth and blow ice cold air into it, and we'll charge them $50 for 10 minutes worth of the the Robert cryotherapy chamber treatment. Clell's already done some research. He's going to go to Charlotte. Well, that's probably where Dale Jr. is. That's probably his, his daggone cryotherapy. He didn't like it himself, so he took him and his wife's chamber and turned it into a business. Now they're making $1 million freezing people, trying to freeze people. I knew you'd like it, Robert. What were those things? They used to have them, and they did just the opposite of a they did just the opposite of a cryo chamber. Where are they? I know you've seen them. Here. Heck yeah, man. This is what we need. And this just goes to show you that hot's better than cold. Let me get the... I can't show you that. Oh, well, look at that. Look at that. I know you... Let me show you this. This one right here. Let's start this. Get a blowing ice cold air into the telephone booth. We're going to get this and hook it up. We're going to take out the steam sauna part. We're going to take this out and fill it full of ice water and blow a fan across it. That's what we're going to get. And what we'll do is we'll get Clell to get in it, and he'll be our poster child. To get in that thing. Let's shoot. You get in that thing and we'll do it $10. We'll just do it. We'll do it on the street corner down at on State Street, and we'll just have people lining up, giving us $10 for 5 minutes in our cryo chain. We could do dry ice. Dry ice is supposed to be a lot colder, right? Do you think it would make colder air than just like regular ice if you were to blow, air across it? So in the early, whatever, I don't know, 40s. When was it? I'm trying to find. I saw one. They were metal. They were like this one, except the thing was metal. Got her tablet. Reading a tablet. Yeah, here's this. A nice one. Check that one. Portable infrared mini wooden individual steam room sauna. Now see these things, man. These things can't be $38,000. Where are you going to get liquid nitrogen? Look at that, $1,000. Alibaba, $1,000. You just buy one. We buy two or more. We go $800. So yeah. I think that's what we need to get into. It's a lot cheaper. A lot cheaper. Just as good. Text green, game over. Spell check. Soups. I quit. Colder on your skin. Yeah, okay. Just start out with a cold shower and let me know how it goes. Get up to the cold bath. It's a game ready ice machine. That thing's $2,800. Oh my gosh. Best cold plunge tub, cold water therapy as seen on Shark Tank, $5,000. $5,000. Come on, give me a picture. Give it to me. Come on. Come on. Right now it's probably just infecting me with a damn nasty virus. Thinking I'm going to get some interesting. Really, people? Come on. $5,000 for this. And it doesn't even come with a dude. But it does come with a cover. What? It comes with a cover. Oh, and a nightlight. Oh, yeah. And a nightlight. Well, there's no ice in that thing. Cold plunge uses powerful cooling, filtration, and sanitation to give you cold, clean water whenever you want it, making it far superior to an ice bath or chest freezer. The plunge is safe for indoor or outdoor use, and we've made it installation truly plug and plunge. Fill your plunge up with a hose, turn it on, set your temperature down to 39 degrees Fahrenheit, and get ready to change your life. $5,000. Wow. But it does come with that cool nightlight. Oh, yeah. Whatever. All right. I'm believing it wasn't too informative, but anyway. So, there you have it. What I know of it. Anyway. Thanks for tuning in. You guys are late. It's better than not being here at all. So, thank you much for coming. If you're watching this after it's live, you're a real trooper. If you watched it this far through, you deserve to be like a subscriber. So hit the subscribe button, notification, send me a comment, tell me how much you liked it and how you've been wishing for a channel like this all your life to help you stay informed and not to spend $38,000 on a cryo chamber. Just take a cold shower in the morning. Start there, work your way up. Maybe you'll become a millionaire in that time and you can afford one of them things. So anyway, Thursday, Survivor Night Review. Be here, be square. Thanks, everybody. I know you're glad I got my camera working. I worked hard to make you happy. Bye-bye. Everybody say bye-bye. That's everybody, including Cleo. Bye-bye.